Oh, smack. something one time, and a whole bunch of angry chipmunks attacked him.
They did. They did. Reorganize my whole. Here. Also goes here.
I'm gonna have to find some good magic items for cleric.
Everybody's except for the two who are not here on time. So
+1.
And everybody
+1.
fighting.
Fast as lightning.
a little bit frightening.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. So what were we doing? I guess I should get out the right fucking book
Notes.
and not this one.
We're looking for the cult.
Yeah, you guys made it to the sea of the endless ocean, and started patrolling the shores for the most part, trying to find any signs, I guess.
That name sounds made up.
The Sea of Endless Oceans.
That sounds made up.
I mean, it is made up by me for this world. Yeah, so recap. Yeah, I got sound coming. Last we left off, the party had finished all their preparations to depart from Dustfang. You went back to the Black City, did some shopping, looked for some quests, got some info, and said quest led you currently to the Sea of Endless Oceans. After teleporting back to Dustfang because you left your ship behind, started flying the ship towards the ocean. Some things happened. You got attacked by some things that I'm kind of blanking on even what they were. You found out that Mayor Marcus's sword explodes.
Nasty air elementals.
Oh, that's what I was calling them. Was it nasty air elemental? No, it was the demons.
The flesh fiends.
Yes, thank you, flesh fiends. Yes,
they're amalgamations.
Yes. Yes, you were basically, because they figured out someone tipped off the cult that you're coming, so they sent some demons, fiends rather. I actually think they're closer to devils than. I think they're closer to devils than demons. Yeah, and the cleric knows all this because you actually did a religion check to see if you've ever seen them. Yeah, so they're
Yes,
essentially devils, but they're not true devils. So they're very weird. Yeah. So after defeating a horde of them and a bunch of them running off after they realized that they couldn't even scratch you, Naze went to work doing some surgery on himself. Got himself 2 mini Nazes that are attached by chain. And then you guys basically arrived at the Sea of the Endless Ocean, where you are currently patrolling the coast to see if you can find any evidence of where, maybe like a cave or some indicator where this cult might be hiding. And yeah.
We find a cave?
No, you haven't yet. So for the hundreds of miles you've traveled thus far along the edge. So just just to state this is accurate. The mountain literally dead ends into water, so there isn't even like on this sort of portion here. There aren't even beaches you could land on. And as far as the mountainous terrain is concerned, that you can see it seems very impassable and inhospitable to those who can't fly or have special conditions of climbing skills. Climb speed and such.
I guess we should set course up to there, to that beach. And I'd like to stay close enough to the mountains so I could scan for openings, caves, the faces, things like that.
Okay. Thinking about. Yeah, so as long as it's so at current time you can definitely set a course for that, but you'd have to make a decision whether you want it to be like a slightly more longer route where you're still closer to the mountains, or if you want to just cut straight there, because at the moment it is nighttime, so even with your true sight you only see out to 100 feet. Or whatever yours is at.
Well, my dark vision is 240, but there's not much point even then. Might as well just head straight there if it's night.
You read the owner's manual, right?
I believe Hyde claimed that he took the owner's manual with him when he
did.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that Nays
How
knows
did
is
you
he
find out all this stuff about this?
observation,
Oh,
general work.
And I helped him translate the plane shifting drive, so I learned quite a bit about handling it.
Okay, so it's just trial by error then.
Mostly, yeah.
I'm gonna look for searchlights.
Roll me 3D100. Grim's about to decide a canon event. There are
55,
a total.
13, and 96.
Oh no, I was having you roll just because I want the total. You have found, when you look at the instrumental panel, there are a total of 164 individual buttons on this console. So, how do you go about looking for searchlights? Like, what method would you like to attempt? Are we going to smash random buttons? Are you going to see if there are labels?
Yeah, we're gonna look for labels. Maybe one of them's got like a light, like a little like half moon with like some squiggly lines on it or something.
Make an investigation.
32.
Out of the 164 buttons you see before you, 11 look like they might be have to do with some sort of lighting. They have some sort of symbol or some sort of icon that gives you the impression that if you press this button, something with lights will happen.
Hey, Nays, did you see these 11 here? These particular 11?
Yeah. What about them?
They seem to have something to do with maybe illumination, or maybe light, or maybe like a light gun. I don't know. No one, the ship. Uh, should we trial by error, seeing as how we're around nothing?
We can give it a shot, sure.
So who
I'll
wants
try
to
the
press a
first
button?
button.
Okay, you're going first.
I'll try the first one.
Roll a d12.
That's 11.
Well, I'll be damned. So, console has a bunch of buttons, but in the center of the console, I told you there's like a almost like crystal pad that actually is pretty much like the actual steering of the ship, because you just press certain parts of the pad and it tells it to go forward, backwards, whatever direction you want. There's even a mode that allows you to kind of turn it into a wheel so that you can go and change your axis. Because this thing does have space flight. And one of the buttons is directly off the lip of the crystal to the left, right here in the bottom left. Press that one. And it definitely turns on some lights. I have to decide which. And I don't mean like. I know which lights they're turning on. I need to know how bright they are. Interesting. The button you press button you press turns on basically the headlight. And from where you are right now, the illumination is enough to illuminate about that far.
Hot damn. Hey, Naze, does this help you?
Yes, I'd say with the residual light that comes off of, cones of light, you can with your vision, you have enough to scan and see the sides of the mountain.
Cool. So I'll keep watch for any caves.
Is someone taking notes in this group?
I somewhat do. What's the question?
Not a question, an answer. Write down button 98 turns on the headlights. Because I
And this
know
is for the boat?
inevitably.
Is this for the ship?
Yes, because I know inevitably you guys are going to go try poking all 164, and someone needs to write this down.
Create
I will.
a ship button page. How many buttons are there?
164.
Okay, I'm not going to start there. I'm going to start right here. And 94, it was 94?
98.
Headlights.
Yep. Alrighty, so keeping to your course. about 2,000 miles currently from where you're at, so that's less than 10 hours for you guys. That's like 8-9 hours. So over the course of that, Nate, just go ahead and throw me like 9, unless someone else is going to do it. Someone throw me like 8 perception checks.
Do 40.
Interesting.
40, 60, 80.
Now let me see if anything's you. Okay. First couple hours. By the way, is anyone else doing anything, or is everyone just gonna do their downtime stuff?
I will do my downtime stuff. How many hours?
It'll be 8 total. But at the moment, we're just covering the first.
Yeah, working on downtime stuff too also.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
Yeah. So in the first 2 hours, you don't see anything of note, Nays. The 20 and a 22. It's not so much that you're missing anything, it's just there isn't anything. Again, these are very inhospitable areas. I would say at the end of the second hour, though, as a note, we'll say wow, it's almost yeah, so by the end of the second hour, you don't really see anything worth note mentioning. It does kind of muddle together a little bit because dark gray stone on pitch black. So even with your true sight, it's still tedious. It's very mottled. But you're confident that there aren't, if there were illusions, you'd see through them. Over the course of the next 2 hours, it's not the mountain that draws your attention, but the sea in the first hour. As you keep a diligent watch towards the mountains, something catches your eye. It shimmers at first, and when you turn to get a better look at it, it seems to vanish. It was almost like it's similar to when like the morning light hits water, but it's pitch black. There's no way that could happen in this current setting. And then in the second, and then the fourth hour, you do notice something. It depends on if you want to act on it or not, but There appears to be some sort of small-ish village right here. Right there. And like I said, up until this point, it has been very hostile, inhospitable. So it's definitely not. It's definitely an out of the ordinary village.
Uh, if the others are awake, I'll mention. I'll tell them I see a village in the mountainside. Ask if they want to check it out.
Yeah, if there's others around, they might know. Or they might be the know.
How far away from the ship is it?
Uh, it would be about 500 miles. And from there, you'd be looking at about 900 miles back to your original first point of entry.
Um. Yeah, I think I'd set course for the village.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 2-hour detour. Um, or as you arrive at the village, make a map for this real fast because it actually is a point of interest.
Hey, Nice. You think they know
Yeah.
we're coming?
Most likely.
I will say, as you're approaching, um, you can make more of the village out. It is very small, like thatched roofs. Um, it is stoneworked though. It's not so poor looking. It's just very odd for this to be. And as you approach, it's kind of chilly. It's not like life alteringly cold, but very damp. A lot of that hangs in the air. And as you fly over it, the streaks of dawn coming just a bit over the horizon illuminates the village a little bit more. Your headlights, however, make it fucking daytime to the poor people below. As you see various, what you initially assessed as thatched roofs are actually nests. And you will see that this community is predominantly Aarakocra.
Hurts.
You will see intermixed, though, I should comment. You see a great deal of Aarakocra of various kinds. But you do see a few Goliath here, too.
And did you say this was a city, town, village?
It's a village. Like, you'd say, well, village to you, to your group, because you're used to numbers in the millions. This is like a couple hundred people.
So it really is like 200 people. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So compared to what you guys are used to, this is like shouldn't even be a blip on the map. But it does exist. There does not appear to be any official port for an airship. So, do you guys want to go down and explore, or what do you want? How do you want to approach this?
First, I would. Well, once we get close, I'll shut off the lights so we're not terrorizing the people.
Wake up!
We're gonna give him a warning shot, sir. Just like right in the middle of the village, kind of be like, we're
Yeah.
here.
One black rod should do it.
One black rock coming up.
I'll also cast Alter Self to make myself look like an elf.
Okay.
And I'll fly down and see if anyone's awake. It should be the entire village at this point.
Yeah, because like I said, they weren't roofs. It's actually nests. So, yeah, you basically shined a light into everyone's house. And what you thought were houses at first are now. Don't get me wrong; they're still really well crafted, but they're like carved stone pillars for these nests to sit on, rather than actual houses. And when I say actual stone, like worked stone, hang on, what's our party composition? We have Bryden, who's never been outside of his home until this adventure. We have Robert. Robert would probably know. Nate, you're a gnome, right?
Yes, sir.
You're familiar enough with. I don't know. How familiar is Nate with like dwarves?
He's a rock gnome too, so
Okay, so then yes, you would understand immediately just from a cursory glance that this is actually dwarven masonry. Yeah, dwarven masonry. And also because you're a rock gnome, they tend to be a kind of well-connected people. You would understand that you're not very far from one of the major dwarven cities.
Hmm.
So that's
I will
probably where they're
will
getting their
pass that.
craftsmanship.
And I will pass that information along.
All right, do we all go down with Nathan?
Fucking hate that word, Aarakocra.
Bird people.
I don't hate the word Aarakocra. I hate trying to spell the word Aarakocra.
Fair enough.
And Goliath.
Yeah,
Who doesn't
compared
want to go down?
compared
Now,
to the
question.
black. Go
Are
ahead.
there combinations of Aarakocra Goliaths? Like they've been.
Not that you can tell. That is a fair question, but as far as the people you see so far, the citizens, no. It just
Some
seems to
poor
be
bastard.
a.
It's just Aarakocra body with Goliath arms.
God, just a big dude. Or just like a big dude with wings, you know?
But you're too
Sorry.
heavy to fly.
I,
That
Yeah,
would
you
be
just got
so
wings.
bad.
You can glide, like I've never
Yeah.
fallen and hurt myself before, but I cannot fly.
who
These bone
who
these
would have fucking wings and can't fucking fly?
Plenty of
Ever see
people.
gargoyles?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Ever seen a prismatic dragon?
grotesques. Do grotesques have wings, I guess, I wonder?
Probably.
No, I think that's the difference. A
Oh.
gargoyle has wings.
No. Actually, the difference is the gargoyle is actually a structure that does something in a building, such as divert water, and that's usually what they're for. And a grotesque is just a statue.
Okay.
Yeah, I found that out the other day. Thought the word grotesque was weird and odd, and I knew what they were, but I didn't realize the difference.
Anyway,
Yeah,
who's going down with
I'm going
Nays?
down.
Okay.
Hey, and gargoyles can't fly?
I was talking about the cartoon from the 90s.
Oh,
that was a good one.
Goliath would basically be
Yes.
Goliath
Goliath.
/ Aarakocra.
Exactly. Kind of the
That's
image I
funny
got too.
shit.
that is funny shit. His name is Goliath. I like Bronx.
All
We're
right.
going
So
down.
as
I
yes.
follow our fearless leader.
I'll
Like
also
basically appearing next to him whenever he stops somewhere, I just kind of like appear next to him.
As you guys make your way to the ground, a what could be called elderly Aarakocra makes his way over to your landing space. He appears to be a great horned owl Aarakocra. That's my line. Who are you?
We are the adventuring group Dead of Night. We apologize for disturbing your village. We're here looking for a cult that has apparently set up uh, operations in this area.
I look for any kind of distinguishing marks this guy might have, symbols he might be carrying, or any such thing during this conversation.
Sure. Make a perception check for me. Or investigation. Either one will.
Ooh. Oh, that's funny. Just one. I'm gonna go with investigations. I'm investigating. It makes sense.
Yep.
No spells were cast. Good to go. All right. Oh man.
Damn.
Could have been better somehow. I'm thinking maybe with a guidance or something.
um. Immediately, right off the bat, as you're investigating this individual, you will see directly on his robes. At first, you didn't notice it because it's almost camouflage. But when you look at his robes, they're actually not like what you normally see people wearing, like as a, not like a nightgown type robe or a sleeping robe or anything like that, or even what you'd expect from a villager to be in this kind of remote region. Uh, his robes actually depict. I have to look this up because I got. Yeah, here we go. What is there's? So it's a brown robe, and there's a darker brown, but it's just only a tad darker than the kind of tree brown that this robe is, and with your investigation, you would notice that in the darker brown, there is actually a symbol of a bird sitting on top of a cloud.
Hmm. Bird on a cloud.
You'd also notice that you know how horned owls kind of have that giant V or the two really large feathers that come off their head?
Mm-hmm.
The one on his right isn't a feather. It's almost like a prosthetic feather. But
He's
it's
got a
done
fake. He's got a
it's
fake feather.
yeah, but it's done so well that you didn't catch it the first glance. But since you're actually taking a investigative look at him, you would notice that that is not his natural feather, and that he's wearing a almost an acolyte's robe, but it's been disguised to be look like a plain Jane, everyday robe. But it has a bird sitting on a cloud.
Bird sitting on a cloud. Bird sitting on a cloud. Do I know what a bird sitting on a cloud is?
Offhand, you probably wouldn't, but if you'd want to make a
Okay,
religion check, you could.
I did.
What did you? I'm literally looking at the information.
No, that's
Uh,
all right. I made a 16 if you wanted to know. If you're still looking up that information.
yes, you actually know. You actually would, because this is a higher ranking deity, or was, as a matter of fact. Um, Time to find out if they're still alive, though.
Oh, did I just kill a god? Oh! Yes.
Mm.
You guys deserve it.
So you are aware that this is. Let me just copy the name and then paste it before I say this, so that you have it. Eridiri Faina? What is the pronounced? Eridri Faina. Yeah, Eridri Faina. Faina.
Faina. Oh, yeah. Faina. That's cool. Eridri Faina.
You would know that she's also known as the Queen of the Avril. She was an elven. She was an elven goddess of the Saladrin.
Oh.
She was a fairly powerful. I mean, she is considered an intermediate. She's not one of the bad gods, or was not one of the bad gods. Unfortunately, as far as you're aware, she died within the last 50 years or so due to a skirmish brought on by the Mad King's War.
Okay. Fake ear. You're tough.
And sorry that I went down a rabbit hole there, Naze. What did you ask the chief?
Sorry, yes.
Oh, I just introduced us and said we were investigating a cult that had been reported in this area,
with
the
your
cult of Diablo.
with your passive perception and during your investigation, you also probably would have picked up on this because you're staring at him. Both of you notice he goes immediately like nervous. His body language has changed to someone who is going to be nervous and defensive. Uh, sorry, I
Not
can't
yours.
say I know anybody like that.
Not yours, friend. Another.
What are you talking about? We're not a cult. This isn't a commune.
No, it's not. Like birds on clouds. We walk our own path.
If you're talking about the strange looking humanoids, I have seen a couple on the shores below our village, but it's strange. They either make their way east, as if they're traveling towards the volcanoes, or they walk, and I mean walk, straight into the ocean. Which, if you know anything about this region, is not a wise idea.
Never ending and all that.
Uh, The pressure of this ocean, even just 5 feet down, is equivalent to as if you were at the bottom of the ocean anywhere else. Living things cannot enter those waters unless they are highly adaptive to pressure.
Anybody want to go swim?
Uh, do I believe what he said?
Passively, he seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. And there are no
I,
illusions
I
over the village or anything like that?
I'm sorry, say that again?
There are no illusions or anything like that?
Actually,
That he is what he appears to be?
damn it, I keep forgetting that you can do that. He does. When you look around, a lot of the village is an illusion. And to you, it's just a bunch of people, like, sitting around on stumps, kind of looking downtrodden.
Forgive me for asking, but has your village had difficulty in recently? Fallen on hard times?
Our patron withdrew their support from us, so it has been difficult getting the necessary supplies and amenities that we need. We don't have any craftsmen amongst us, and the dwarves are stingy.
do not
That's
try to create your own craftsman here.
We have one who is trying. It'd be better just to show you. He leads you to a spot that's a little bit up the mountain. It's like maybe a 10-minute hike. And you'll see a Goliath there, like working with a chisel to make actual like cut stone. But he has somehow made every shape other than a square and a rectangle. So he has like a rhombus. He has a triangle. He has a pyramid. He has a trapezoid. But he hasn't gotten a single nice squared off square or flattened off rectangle. It has taken him longer than most to gain the skills necessary to make stone, as that is the most abundant resource around us.
Does he have a model to go off of, something to look at? And
As far as you can see, no. This is like, you can tell that he's just kind of trying to wing it.
so, how big are blocks? I kind of look at how big blocks is he trying to make?
That's the second problem, is he's trying to make like massive blocks. As a rock gnome, you can tell this is definitely the work of someone who has absolutely no idea what they're doing and has had no formal instruction. And I would also imagine that as a rock gnome, you know how hard that is. It already takes a fair bit of strength.
So, I'm gonna kind of like mosey my way over to whatever he's doing, And in the middle of him just doing whatever, but not gonna fuck up his shit, I'm gonna cast Stone Shape and just make a 5 foot by 5 foot piece of fucking just whatever fucking beautiful stone is down here, right here. Just kind of boom, just make a block and kind of just fucking admire it.
He stops chiseling and looks over at your block and looks back at his block. And you can see it, the recognition in his eyes as the wheels start to turn. And he starts like, and because of your disposition, you can immediately tell the way that he adjusts his chisel and the way he starts striking it that he's now trying to make a block just like yours, rather than what seemed like before he was kind of striking in random places where he seemed to fancy or he thought it would make the right side, the right break. Now he seems to have with your example there, he has a guideline to work with and is actually taking with it.
I pat him on the butt on the way back and return to the conversation.
I remember when I could.
Uh, do you have crops in this village? I assume you have some sort of farm.
We do. Not the most nutritious, but it does get the job done.
I can probably help with your yield if you'd like.
We appreciate any help that you're willing to offer.
Ooh, someone's about to cast some spells.
I'm gonna cast plant growth. I don't think we can take time for the 8-hour version, but I'll cast it as an action to enhance a 100-foot radius of plant life.
So he'll lead you to their fields, and it is probably the first time. Again, I'll leave Nate as an exception for most of this because his upbringing could probably have brought him across some of this. But for the rest of you, this is the first time any of you have ever seen a stone fruit. And it's exactly as
what?
it sounds. A stone fruit. As you look at it, he picks one, tests it, and then he just takes a bite out of it. And it sounds like he's biting into a rock. But as you see him pull away and chew on the fruit, you can see in the core of the plant, it's actually a fleshy plant. And if you're casting plant growth on this,
Actually, wait a sec. How long would it take the ship to get to the shore from here?
correct myself.
I think you said it was like
I think
5
we got a few
hours.
more hours.
If
Yeah.
you're talking about where you were going originally, it would be about 4 hours.
4 hours.
Is that including
What?
the 2-hour delay that we did?
Yes.
What do you need me to get?
No, I was just thinking that I could teleport to the ship after casting the 8-hour plant growth, but I'll just do the as an action version.
Interesting. Hold on. Might be the first. Yeah, so the trees seem to ripen almost and produce more fruits than they did before. And um yeah, I mean that helps them greatly with their supplies. Oh, thank you for this boon. Thank you. Now the little ones will starve less. We'll be able to keep things going until our patron returns.
Glad to help. Again, sorry for disturbing your rest. I think we can take our leave, right?
Safe travels and be mindful of
Yeah.
the waters.
We will.
Do you guys have like some sort of item, like if you guys want to go in the water to protect yourself from the pressures?
No, we're birds. We don't like water. The fish folk might.
Uh, where are the fish folk?
I'm guessing in the water.
Uh, there are the shores on the eastern end of the ocean. Have smaller villages of merfolk. They must have some sort of ability or device that live in such harsh conditions.
Um, you guys said that. So this what these guys did kind of really helped you guys, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I might have a couple uh, friends that could come and help you. Would you? Would that be welcome?
Yes, we'd appreciate all help.
You'll recognize them. They'll look like me.
Okay, we will look out for.
What was our acolyte's name?
Uh, Beatherbog.
Oh, you said some words.
I typed them out for you.
I saw it kind of come up on the screen, but I was like, oh, Beaterbog. Oh, that's a cool name. Sir, that is a very, very awesome name you have. Biederbach.
Why, thank you.
May I ask you, Mr. Biederbach? Who was your patron that you were referring to earlier?
Our mistress. A3. She told us one day that she had to go. There was a problem arising in the West. Needed to attend to it before it became out of hand. But she promised she'd be back.
I grab this man's hand and I look at him and I'm like, and I kind of pull him towards me with the just unbearable strength that I have in me. I'm like, hey, did you know your God is dead?
Can you say that?
Do I say that? Oh, fuck yeah, I say that.
Isn't that true?
No.
That's from what I understood, right? That the guy was dead, right? It died in.
I think that's the joke. Since you
I think it's a question.
What's the
He
question?
can get away
right?
with questions.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Remember, I'm not lying. I'm just asking you a
Yeah,
question.
but I think he can get away with the questions. That he's putting a question mark at the end.
Right.
Yeah, did you know? That's a question. Tell me.
The Muffin Man? I do.
Bye. Check your Rolodex.
Oh,
I haven't
Yeah.
seen one of those things in years.
said it. Was said loud.
What was said out loud?
What?
I said it out loud.
Everybody present, make a perception check.
Oh.
You can decide whether you were present or not, Mark.
Boom.
I was there.
Hell yeah, you were, motherfucker.
As you say this, a look of horror crosses his face.
Whose face? Mine?
No, the owl's face. And then he says, finally, we are free. As they all, fade away. And the entire village disappears.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How many people did you just murder?
A bunch.
The only one left that you can see is the guy who's carving the stone.
I'm a little nervous.
He follows a different god.
What? Any idea? Does anybody know what they meant by we're free?
I'm not sure, but I think their god was doing some messed up shit.
Was I in the group when their god died?
They died a long time ago.
Oh, okay, okay.
As far as Nate was aware, within the last 50 years.
Oh.
and it was
Or they died 2 minutes
primarily
ago.
due to the Mad King's War.
Mm. Well, hopefully they're at peace.
Except for the poor guy who's still
Well, I gotta
carving the stupid
cancel
stone.
an order.
Hey,
Thanks, Nate.
you see me walking away, just shaking my head in such disappointment that I just did that. Just so miserable. I wanted that man to live with the knowledge that God was dead.
Hey,
bet he regrets that.
stoneworker.
Ding!
What are you doing now?
He puts his tools down. People just can't leave well enough alone. And as he turns to you and starts to fade, enjoy your time on this mountain. It may be your last. Fades away.
Oh, did not sound good.
All right, let's go destroy another village.
All right, 1 down, 3 to go. Let's do this.
I like the fact that the map called it a ghost chapel.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. While I am gone, someone roll a D100, please.
I got this. I haven't rolled one. I want to destroy some dreams.
Francisco Dominic Carlos.
Oh, that's pretty fucking mid. I never roll mid. It's either
Andres.
super high or super low. I don't think I've ever rolled in the middle.
In the middle of what?
The D100.
You just wrote a 50? Oh, 53. I was listening to
There we go.
an actual play in a D100 system, and obviously lower is better in that one. And she rolled she was like, I rolled a 10. She goes, and a 0. So I rolled 10. They're like, that's not how that works. And she's like, what? They're like, that's 100. You failed miserably. Yeah, like you
Ouch.
failed miserably. That's like a crit fail, I think, in that game.
They're like, wait. Can we talk about this first? Hold on. No, you're about to die. Sorry, I'm late.
Hmm. Was he telling us that we're going to be able to get our mission done and out of here by the next day? That's awesome.
Wait, what mission are we on?
Destroy the
I'm it.
remnants of the cult of Diablo.
Oh, okay, we're still on this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had a bunch of crap happen right at the end of work, so I ended up getting pulled away. I was like, no, my D&D. People in their mental health crises. Yeah. Don't look at the second one. I was surprised I rolled in the middle. I always roll higher, as evidenced by the second roll. This is the one time it's going to bite me in the ass. Here we go.
That was a 53, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. All right, so everybody boarding the ship?
Yep.
Robert. Ding.
Yes. Yes.
Ding.
I look at my guild card.
Ding. The Dead of Night has accepted. Quest question mark. Quest complete.
Was there a quest to get rid of that village?
You try to look up the details of the quest you just completed?
Sure.
Error. Quest does not exist. Quest complete. Robert, make a deck save.
I gotta open up my 1 second. That's a 12. Oh, I'll let chaos reign.
Pretty sure.
That's a 14.
Oh no. This gets so much worse. So as you're looking at it, error, quest not found. Quest complete. Kaboom! It explodes on you. Roll a d8.
Two.
That is 42 points of fire damage as your guild card explodes. And should have had this in front of me, but okay. Wasn't expecting someone's guild card to explode today. Okay, I need to revise the scene. Robert. There, quest not found. Quest complete. And just too late, you realize what that means, and you go to throw it, but it explodes like right here, 5 inches from your face as you're getting ready to throw it. And it hits you as if a fireball has been cast. And then as you're kind of being flung backwards, you get hit by another fireball. Like it explodes twice as you're in midair, dealing 52 points of fire damage on top of the 42 points of fire damage. And then, as you land on the ground, you see a glint in the sky as you are pelted with 37 iridium coins. Dealing 127 bludgeoning damage.
All right. So there's an order of operations here.
Uh-huh.
So I took 50.
42, then 52, then 127.
For some reason, I started subtracting my energy. And then 127.
Yep.
So when the iridium hits an ankh on my chest, lights up and melts away as I get reduced to 0 hit points. And it gives me 11 hit points.
Okay.
Don't.
And
Everyone get ready a guild card or don't fucking look at it. I don't know which one.
Is everybody's cards beeping, or is it just his?
so far, it's just his. Someone feeling brave, roll a d10.
Oh God.
Interesting. I'll keep it in mind. For the moment, nothing seems to be happening. Other than Robert trying to get up and dust himself off, I assume.
Yeah. How much iridium did I get?
37.
All right.
Oh, mother.
See, now I don't have to walk in and give somebody a white rose so they can blow up their shop.
To be fair, you don't have to give a white rose to do that. Any explosive device would do.
Welcome, Elrose. You missed your companion literally deleting an entire village.
Why?
I don't know. Ask him.
Where is this village? Did we find a village in the supposed to be nothing there area?
No.
One of us tells truth, the other tells lies. I'll leave it up to you to decide which one's which.
I never trusted him to begin with. You say too long is level 8. It messes with his mind.
I guess that's fair. Yeah,
And
so
I'm
they
not
found
curious.
out that the ship has headlights.
Ooh, yes.
Found a village full of Aarakocra and Goliath.
No village.
The cleric realized that their god was dead and tried to be a dick and tell them that their god is dead, and then they disappeared. After saying, "Finally, we're free."
Which god was dead?
Hang on.
Air. Ooh. Who's Ar Ardre Fenya? You even said it different. Yeah, I hate fucking pronouncing.
Airdrie Fenya. Nya.
Airdrie.
Nya. Sorry. It
Fenya.
emphasized the nya part.
Ah!
Well, if we're back on the ship, I'll set course for the shore.
Yep.
And we also learned from no one that
Yeah.
if you go in the waters,
Of course.
there's extreme pressure. It's like being at the bottom of the ocean. So
But he says been in the bottom of the ocean. Came out fine.
wrong ocean.
No, this is bottom of the ocean after 5 feet, and I think it keeps going from there.
Correct.
Ah,
Or at least that's a good assumption from what he told you. Basically, he said diving even just 5 feet is the same amount of pressure as if you were at the bottom of a normal ocean. Or any other ocean, I think is what he
so what are we doing now? We're still looking for the cult?
Yep. Thought these people might know something or be the cult themselves, but turns out they were ghosts who were bound by God or something like that.
Oh, and if your card beeps, look at it.
Isn't my car beeping?
Beep.
I look at it.
Quest
I
accepted
just
for a question
exploded
mark.
because of that.
Quest complete. Error. Elros, make a deck save.
Is this magical in nature?
No. It's technological in nature.
34?
Yeah, that's better than what Robert rolled. Robert just had a very unfortunate series of events. He rolled like a 12, he let chaos reign, and then got the coins chaos.
Nice.
He took like almost 200 damage just in one little event.
How are you so saddening?
Because he had an Onkon that melted away and brought him back.
Oh, by the way, I'll cast heal on Robert.
Okay.
Oh no,
Oh,
he
thanks.
gets no you.
Um,
I can cast Horde Wilting on you.
Heal still works, I think.
Yeah, unless it says doesn't work on undead, you'd be fine.
I think heal's high enough where it doesn't have that caveat.
No, no constructs or undead for heal.
I don't.
I have necrotic spells. You want me to do that?
You're
on
a
you?
you're a revenant, right, Grim?
Yeah. Yeah, hey, well, hit me with necrotic. Hit me with necrotic all day long.
Will I actually heal you?
Yeah. Half,
Why is that
but it
not?
heals.
What book is that from again? That's not in my
That's
list.
from the Corpus Malagus.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, no, I just wanted to check something. Codex of Evil. Which is kind of fitting for you.
I'm level 15, so it should be 3 health.
What are you using on him?
Bloodletting technically does necrotic damage.
How powerful? Oh, it's just a cantrip, so
Yeah.
so Robert,
Yeah.
this is gonna feel very familiar, but not for this group. As you go to heal him,
In a weird
Robert
way.
Robert instead takes 36 points of damage. Radiant damage.
Tell me to keep on hitting him, so I'll probably do it again. So he told me to stop.
Well, I mean, after you hit me once, I fall down.
Oh,
Would that make your goal trip? Or should... Wait, no, because you have to die.
No,
for
I'm
your
just
goal.
in negatives.
Gotcha. You're good.
Yeah. I'm just lying on the ground.
you went down to 0?
I went down to 0.
That's actually a feature if you go down to 0. It is I get to 0. I get temporary hit points. Thanks.
I
And
didn't go to 0
38.
because of your blood blend. I didn't go to 0 because of that, though.
Correct.
Okay. Well, fine. Don't give me the temporary hit points.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Jettle ruled that it's because of that.
Oh, remnant, not revenant. I couldn't find it.
He told me to do it. I point at the body on the ground.
I'll cast Wither and Bloom on him. I'm not dealing the necrotic damage, but I'm giving him the chance to.
Hang on. Before that, I mean, your thing's gonna go through one way or another. But Grim, I kind of forgot about that. Oh, okay. Wait, which? Yeah, no. Either one that you pick is gonna give you that feature, though.
The one that eats corpses?
The what? You're the risen corpse,
The
right?
one that eats corpses.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to read.
Yep.
Then you're just stabilized at 0. You have a certain feature. I kind of forgot about that. Anyway, yeah, so all that jazz. Ew. Forgot how gross this one is. Yeah, so go ahead and cast Wither and Bloom. So that lets him roll a hit dice, right? You're good on the.
Am I able to roll the hit dice, or does it hurt me?
It does not hurt you.
So that was fun. Had a good nap.
No. I don't know why that happened.
Can I try again?
No.
All right. Are you able to handle a fight?
We've got 4 hours before we get to the shore, so you can rest.
I just go tag Samurai in, and he can go with you. I can try and figure out why I don't heal.
Which one am I talking to?
Robert Wizard.
Ah, should we check if it's happening to all versions of yourselves or just you particularly?
I'd be more worried if it's happening to you guys also.
Well, I always get hurt by necrotic damage.
Can you
Same here.
heal?
Naturally, yes.
I think he means right now. Can you heal?
Yes.
I'm at full health
Yeah,
right
he
now.
walks. I walk away. I've walked away.
Did you need to be healed?
He wanted to know if we can be healed. I'm full health already. Anybody hurts at all? Nope. I guess we have to wait.
Okay, so Naze set the course for the ship. I said it's what? About 8 hours? No, 4 hours, sorry. Oh. As you're flying around, the morning sun starts to peak. It kind of actually risen at this point. We'll see what looks like a dragon off in the. Then it gets closer. Closer. And as it seems to be approaching your ship, you see a bright red light in the sky above it.
Is the enemy warning light going off?
No, it's not.
Does it tell? Earls will whisper to himself.
As the dragon gets closer and the red light gets closer to the dragon, this is what you see as far as the dragon's concerned.
The wind dragon. I'm about to get eaten by a red dragon.
Close. Before it gets any closer to you, it gets smashed into by a giant meteor.
Oh,
Ooh.
Well, not giant,
Missed
but
us
big.
by that much.
Not giant, but big enough to take down an adult-sized dragon. As it plummets beneath the weight of the meteor into the ocean. And
Can we look up to see if there's more meteors?
sure, make a perception check. And as anyone looking below where the dragon impacts, you realize how right the owl man was, as a fountain of blood just shoots straight up into the sky, as if someone had squeezed a ketchup
I don't
packet.
see nothing.
No, Zed, you see 3 meteors coming towards it. Or
Oh,
coming
God.
towards the ship.
Hey guys, we should probably look up. I think there's more coming.
Is there actually more coming?
we need to take evasive action.
I don't know. Make a perception check.
If you're still using the earlier set, this is the hour that I got in at 20.
Oh yeah, no, we can use that. Between you and Elros, there's no meteors. It's a clear, crystal clear sky.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Was the dragon real?
Oh, it was, definitely. As the fountain of blood from beneath shoots up.
And he got smoked by a fake meteor?
No, that one was definitely real. The rest of you saw that.
He
Okay.
was just panicking and thought he saw.
Oh, was there a bad roll? Did I miss it?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Um,
He's just panicking normally.
Zed, you
That
hear
guy.
in the back of your mind, I told you you shouldn't have drank so much last night.
I mean, I heard that.
Yes, it's just in the back of your mind.
Maybe we should have had a little more, and we wouldn't see the rocks, and we'd be blissfully unaware.
Yeah, but there's nothing.
Okay. But the rest of the time, that was the rest of the time is uneventful, and you arrive at your original destination. It is now currently sunny and bright. As far as from the deck of the ship, nothing obvious sticks out in the shores.
Does this ship have long range? The ship has actually long range scanners for a few miles. If I remember correctly.
Does
pick
it?
any live ones? When the bear had it.
I don't know. Does anyone else know this?
Yeah, we were all there. We saw it.
All right, fair enough.
We know it exists.
You don't
That's fair.
use it.
I'd say Nace has been playing with it. And
Okay.
also what button I need.
So, any life forms detected besides us? Because, if I remember correctly, it didn't tell us what it was.
584 life forms detected.
Underwater?
It kind of indicates everywhere. Everywhere except the sky.
Is there any high concentration of life forms, like in a specific area?
Directly below you.
Are you trying to say
Are we?
us or actually below us?
Well, anybody want to go fishing?
We're on land right now.
No,
We're
you're
at
on
the
a ship.
shore.
Oh, that's right. We're on the ship.
You
now.
have not said you departed the ship yet, so you were on a ship.
The Ravers.
How high off the ground are we?
Last time you stated you were like a couple thousand feet. So like 2,000 or so.
I'm going to bring it down to about 100 feet. That would put the ground within my true sight range.
Yep. Within 100 feet, you are very close to some houses.
We couldn't see them from where we were originally.
I mean, they are literally underneath your ship. So unless you can see through physical objects.
Right.
But no, I will say that you did not see them till you got down to about 500 feet. And then they just seem to like materialize. And a proximity alert goes off on your ship. Foreign technology detected.
Ooh.
Shall we visit?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Before we do, let me check one little thing. One to the left. 10 minutes. I am going to say regard valor. Pretty much it gives everybody within 60 feet with me the effects of haste.
Haste.
Yep. Cost for energy. Oh, go. For 10 minutes. You can also, when you make a attack action, you can use your bonus action. That's an additional attack. Plus, the additional attack it comes with haste. Just in case. Shall we go? Before the timer runs out.
Yep.
I sprout wings.
I just take the door.
I forgot the door.
Where we going? Why the
Down.
door? What's the door do?
It teleports you upstairs.
Oh yeah,
Straight
no,
down.
I definitely jump off the fucking boat. Gotta land on the ground. Just do do do.
as you land on the ground, you see that it seems like a relatively quiet village. There does not seem to be any residents.
And look around for anything interesting. Especially this new technology.
I'm gonna cast Detect Good and Evil.
I'm gonna use detect magic.
It's only 30-foot radius.
Yep. But I'm looking around. Might as well use it.
I say about mine, but
Oh.
Your evil meter goes off. Standing less than 10 feet away from you.
Robert.
Am I there?
I assumed that you had sent your. If not, then disregard what I just said.
I told you.
Because I'm running tests.
Oh, well then fair enough.
I've been
Then
running
yes.
tests and it's not working out for me.
Fair enough.
I told you.
Yeah, so with detect magic, nothing comes up as you walk around this village. Which actually scares you a little bit because magic is very prevalent in this setting. To the point where if you walked through even a commoner's house, you'd find at least one magic item.
Like a magic self-cleaning fork or something.
Yeah, exactly. Something it would probably something of the common category, but it still would be accessible. It would be something that's everyday life. Here, nothing. And I mean nothing. The only magic you are detecting is what is on your person and your friends' persons. With detect good and evil, like I said, disregard that note because Robert's not here. Nothing as you walk around the village. This last 10 minutes, nothing actually blips at all. Like there are no aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead here.
I start playing the lute. I can drive people out of here.
Sounds of the screaming start to fill the air for the rest of the group. And shortly, emerging from the sand, is hundreds of small crabs.
Aha! Crab people.
Looks like we're eating good tonight, boys.
And as some of them emerge in a very dense space, the sand whelms. Rises and falls. As on the back of a group of these crabs is a skeleton of what appears to be a merfolk.
Wow, that's a threat if I ever saw one. Look what we did to this guy. Do you want to say we share the same fate?
They start coming towards you, Elros. Carrying the corpse of the merfolk. The skeleton of more folk with them on their back.
I have something. No, 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 no. Anybody can be able to talk to animals?
No.
Bring back the dead? Try to revive this merfolk person? Alive?
They
Not
said it's a
undead?
skeleton.
Yep. There's spells that can fix that.
Mm, yeah, there probably are.
They get closer to Elros. And they do not seem to be going for anyone else. They are all walking in Elros's general direction.
I talked to what's it called again? The Saturnus lute. Is it because they like your music, or is it because they're mad at your music? What do you think?
I've never known anyone to like my music.
I like it.
Or a madman.
Yes. But these are crabs, so either way. Okay. I walk towards the crabs. Continuous playing the lute.
As they arrive at your feet. They start pinching you.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Thousands, hundreds upon hundreds of crabs, all trying to pinch your feet.
I fly in the air.
They start piling up on each other like a ladder.
Nice.
I go in the air and start shooting with using some TARDIS to make fall on the ground.
What are you shooting them with?
TARDIS. Technically, it's just
Oh.
9 bolts each crab. Take
Yeah.
out my expertise, so it's plus 26. Well, 31. No, more. 33 with that top their armor.
Roll a d20.
D20. 12.
Kill the ones you aimed for.
I make the tower fall. So did that fall?
Yep.
Okay. Agatia playing. Fuck you, crabs. This is you music.
The rest of you, the music has only gotten worse.
That music has gotten so sweet and tantalizing that I would
Right?
wish.
You play louder.
And
It actually did get worse.
Elros, you gain.
Oh, you're just murdering it with that. Oh god.
Yep.
113 arrows.
I am currently at 149. I'm sure if that does anything.
Nope.
You
This
have
is
to
not.
change the color.
I know. I need to figure out what the colors are.
No, I'm just letting Elros know.
Oh.
They would
Different
all be
colors,
light
different
blue arrows.
So these are 39. Purple. And we got another item. Are they still trying to build up the tower? Just curious.
Yes.
I destroy each time they try to build up, I drop them down.
Does anyone do anything to help Elros, or are you just going to let this happen?
What did he do to the crabs to be attacked?
Play beautiful music.
You're not playing beautiful music. Yes, that's all on you. We've told you your music is the like I said, your music is so sweet and pure.
Exactly. I play louder.
I cast reverse gravity, sending the crabs up to Elros.
Son of a bitch!
Oh my god.
I counterspell.
I high five.
You have to be 65 feet in the air in order to avoid the cat tower of crabs.
I cast or I don't cast. I breath weapon a gravity. Yeah, the gravity breath. 90-foot cube. Powerful gravity. The creature starts its turn within the air, enters it for the first time, including the dragon in the field. It must make a DC 24 dexterity saving throw. On a failure, the creature is restrained. So restrained creatures can't fly, obviously.
Are you breathing on me?
Oh yeah, we're helping the crabs out here.
Okay, I'm casting. I'm using what's it called? I forgot what it's called. It's in the army. Ice Cavalry on the crab.
No, you mean the one that
Cavalry.
you mean the one I haven't fully fleshed out yet? Awesome.
I do.
All right, 1 second.
Hey, I'm being attacked on all fronts here.
We've explained several times the music you hear is not the music everyone else hears.
Thanks, all of you.
As crabs are like covering your body now, pinching you everywhere.
Crabs, the loot. Crabs, get the loot. Wow.
Okay, so just as an idea, you're gonna have to freeze some first, and then Ice Cavalry will let you take command of them. Basically,
Alright.
move them like ice sculptures. Or, if you wanted to take a few days to actually create like humanoid icicles or something, you could also use it on that as well.
But it'll take a few days for that to actually happen.
Yes. So
Like
you can
after-
either
after
you can
the
either
day.
yes. So think about it this way. So your ability can be used as many times as you want in terms of as long as you have the energy to cast it. So you would freeze somebody, and then the next turn you would use this ability to then take over them and use them as a ally, essentially, until the effects of Ice Cavalry wear off. Or you could create a bunch of constructs of ice, essentially, and then it could.
You get a portal. For this. I should use frightful presence to get the crabs away from me.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Have we
Great
searched
work.
the actual houses in the village?
No, you people can't try and get the crabs attacking me.
I mean, that was after both of you had searched with your abilities.
Yes.
But up until this point, no, you have. Neither of your
I want to
senses went
check
off
out.
around. But
I want to check out whatever's left in the houses.
After I scare all the crabs away, help out as well. So give yourself. We already have advantage, don't you?
Yeah, I'll help look too.
perception check from both of you, please, or investigation. If you want this.
That's very low rolls.
Let's just say all three of you enter different houses. As each of you enter a house, you see a bed, a little side table with a chair, and it looks like maybe a stone makeshift oven. Zed, this just looks like a really cozy kind of, one person house.
Cool.
You don't really observe anything beyond that. Elros, with your 23 investigation, you'd notice almost too cozy. There are amenities like, cooking pots or maybe a cast iron skillet on the wall and silverware, but it's almost too pristine for someone who lives next to the ocean, especially since you have discovered at some point or another that this is a saltwater ocean.
Okay, this good.
And Nays, a step further with a 30. Upon closer inspection for you, you notice that it does not look like anyone's ever actually lived here. There's a fine, fine layer of dust that you would not notice normally if you weren't looking close. The oven looks like it's never even had a fire put in it. Like there's not a speck of soot anywhere, which would be, an indicator of it actually having fire. The silverware is perfectly straightened. Perfectly. Like someone who is very detail oriented put this together. You
That's
are
funny.
definitely thinking this looks staged.
Maybe the crabs built it to lure people in.
Not anymore. I keep shooting crabs in the air.
I
Or is
don't
it
know,
the,
sexy mama. Sorry.
or someone built it before and something happened before they could live in it. They did bring out the skeleton of a mer person. Where is that skeleton, by the way? Is it floating in the air?
Let's go.
Yes. No.
Gone.
Fuck.
Like, you don't even see a trace of it anywhere.
You two had to play around.
My first thought would be this is some sort of trap, but we've been here for a while. No one's done anything.
I think it was built but before it was occupied, and the occupants were meant to live here. Something happened to them.
Maybe. Seems weird that there are silverware laid out.
Great question. This place is supposed to be empty. Nothing is supposed to be here. Nothing interesting, at least.
Hmm.
So, if a village was here, that is something.
It was cloaked, remember? We only saw it when we got low enough.
Speaking of which, I don't sense no magic. How is it cloaked?
Unknown technology?
Yeah, but where?
Uh, need to spell this way.
I think we have some. I know somebody has a locate object.
I think I have locate creature.
Uh,
Also, just I don't think you can just say technology for the.
Cloaking device.
Mm.
I don't think that will work. I think. I can't say for sure.
I will.
I
I will.
70.
I will say with this, because you have a high passive perception, Nays. Occasionally, your true sight sees a shimmer of what looks like kind of like a bubble around the entire village.
maybe he's at the center of the village. Usually those kind of bubble spells start at the center.
He'll sit there.
As you file in,
I continue shooting crabs, by the way.
do you now? All right, hang on.
They attacked first. And I often bring the dead crabs to me so I can cook them later.
After a few minutes, you guys are walking towards the center of the village. Eruptions in the sand happen, and creatures that look like that show up. They only seem interested in Elros as they start charging at him.
How many?
Two.
I dominate monster of the one of them and have him fight his friend.
Such a sick person. Sick.
I'm getting pissed off by these crabs. I walk off.
Actually,
fight
it
each other.
doesn't. It does not happen.
Oh, fuck.
As you go to cast Dominate Monster on it, you feel the power of your magic just repelled. You get the feeling this creature is immune to charm condition. Unfortunately for this creature, I could have you do a battle, but you'd end it in like a turn because they're not even remotely strong enough to fight you. So they put a valiant effort swinging their samurai swords at you, but in the end, you're a monk or monk-like class with a lot of firepower, and you're able to shatter them fairly quickly. Even quicker if people help you. But if they don't,
They probably
you can do this by yourself.
the swords themselves. They look like, how old do they look? Like worn out or look like freshly forged?
Fairly worn out.
All right, throw them. Grab a dinner, people.
I'm down.
All right, you carry one, I carry the other.
As you end up in the center of the village, carrying your crab, you come to like a square of just sand. And as far as the buildings around you, they all don't look anything more remarkable than the next one. You know, you look at one, you look at another, they all kind of seem same craftsman, same style. And nothing looks overtly magical around you. I will say passive perception. Nace, you notice there is a small 5 foot by 5 foot square of sand that is just slightly raised above the rest of the sand.
I'll try clearing it off.
As you clear it off, you reveal a silvery metal that is perfectly square and perfectly flat, with no identifying markings.
I will cast Identify on it.
What you would learn with Identify is this is not a magical object.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even a trace of magic in it. But as you're touching it, it's like ice cold, which you would expect after being buried in the sand. It would be at least like climate warm, area warm, same temperature as the sand. But this is ice cold.
I'm gonna try legend lore on it now. Does it tell me anything?
You get one phrase or one sentence. And it's almost like whoever's answering you is being a smartass. But to you, it's probably not as obvious because this is not something you say.
Hmm. Strange. This is a device for raising oneself up. Called an elevator.
The elevator.
Hmm.
Is there a button? You said there's nothing on it at all, right? Just move.
With identifying legend lore, yeah, exactly. It's just perfectly smooth. As far as you can tell, there's no indentation, there's no symbols, no writing, no etchings. Just like a perfectly square 5 foot by 5 foot metal sheet of which you now know is called an.
I am gonna carefully feel its size, looking for any give.
I'll stand on top of it.
You hear an alarm sound from beneath the sand. Overcapacity. Please remove excess weight.
You're fat. Get off.
Uh,
I. Why don't you get off? I'll try. Or
all
nope.
right.
The dwarf is large too. I'll go on it instead.
Do you want me to step on it?
I'll already be on it.
Okay.
As you stand on it, it does not make any noise. It feels very odd to stand on such a solid piece of surface after standing on the beach for a while. And I will say, sort of another insight you gain by standing on this is that you can tell that it's not like just a metal sheet sitting on top of sand, because sand would still bend and weave, because that's how sand is, fills space. This is a solid surface on something else that is also solid.
I will share that to the group. Everybody got a shovel?
Uh, oh, I'll become ethereal. I'll enter the ethereal plane, and I'll try looking below the surface.
It appears to be a as you float down through the ground, it appears to be a 5 foot wide by a roughly 10 foot tall square of metal with a smaller square of metal on one of the faces that appears to be uh, different pieces of metal inside the metal. So, like I said, it's an elevator. So they look like elevator doors.
Right. I'll come back up and I'll come back out and say, yeah, we need to dig this up real quick. Ah, here we go. Telekinesis.
That works.
Using telekinesis, you clear the sand with little effort. While he's doing that, because it'll take him maybe a couple minutes. What is everyone else doing?
Keeping watch for any crab people.
I'm gonna ask and see if he needs any help or if I can help him.
Sure, if you have some way to move the sand.
I'm gonna
George
try
is
to. I'm gonna try to run in place real quick.
You just run in a
successfully.
circle around the elevator.
I can't turn.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So yes, you run in place successfully. Actually, no.
Is
You
it-
know what? Make an athletics check.
You're in sand.
Yeah, but it's so fast. It's like liquefaction. Athletics check, you said? Right.
Yes.
Oh, not all right. Not all right at all. So bad. Why?
You're not used to running on an uneven sedimentary surface like this, and you start running in place, and then all of a sudden you slip and fall flat on your face.
Oh.
You take 1d6 points to your pride.
My your ego has been bruised. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? You feel the pain, the agony. What a difference.
If no one's doing anything else, it takes Nays a few minutes, but you clear all the sand. And if you guys are standing there, over the next 2 minutes, you guys start to go down and down and down until you're 10 feet down because you're clearing sand out from under you, essentially. And you find that this was not the only metal surface. As Nace clears the sand away, you reveal a 20 foot by 20 foot depression that has stairs on all four sides that seem to lead to this 10 foot by 5 foot tower. However you want to think of that, 5 foot by 10 foot, whatever.
All right.
So is it like a ziggurat-like structure?
Similar, yes.
Did you keep on digging, or
Oh,
The
he
door.
has revealed a entirely metal bottom.
the doors? Uh, they're actually doors there, though, right? For the little elevator area.
Not that you can necessarily tell. You can tell that there's the metal tower itself, and then there are two pieces of metal that appear to be separate but inside the metal tower.
I give the metal a kind of scratch. I'm consider my unarmed attacks are considered adamantium. Does it seem stronger or weaker than what I'm made of?
You break your nail,
Yeesh. I didn't know I had
and
a nail.
unfortunately, with your background, you would actually recognize this metal immediately upon doing that. This is dragon
Oh,
steel.
no, crap.
Are there any like
Alright.
buttons by the what I know to be the doors?
There appears to be 2 small squares that are built flush with the face near the 2 doors.
I'll push the top one.
Ding! Doors open. And immediately, Nays, you realize that you are too big at this very moment to fit in this elevator.
You
Yep.
consider a beast, Maze.
Nope.
Parts of you consider a beast.
I'll
It
use
feels-
alter self
Oh, that works.
to shrink myself down.
Okay, that's fair.
Alright, can we
And
all
I'll step
fit in?
inside.
Is it like one per, only enough for one person, or can all of us fit?
All of you can fit. It's very snug for all of you to fit, but you can all fit. And
It's
as
like standing on my shoulders.
as you step in, it's cold. It's
Oh.
cool. Its temperature is the perfect counter to the outside ambient temperature.
Is the inside dry?
Very. And well lit. But not by any sort of magic or flame you have ever seen. They are just these pure white bars of light covered by what appears to be some sort of thin glass. And as you step in, what you as players would know to be the instrument panel on the right hand side only shows 4 buttons. The one at the very top that is labeled with a G is lit up. There is an S, a T, and a C.
T and a C?
S, T, and C. But each one's an individual button, with the C being at the very bottom of the instrument panel.
I think my first instinct would be to check the one that's lit up.
As you press it, the doors open again. Ding! Ground floor.
Oh, ground. Okay. And now I'll try the S.
Doors close. And it starts lower. And popular music that you guys all would recognize from various traveling bards starts to play over some sort of magical device.
I try to imitate it.
The elevator stops.
Stop imitating it.
It continues down.
Oh, you're all critics!
Ding! Subterranean floor as the doors open. And as the doors open, it reveals a cave lit up with it's very damp. There's like this platform that you come out on that's a stone structure, and then the stalagmites and stalactites both appear to be made of this glowing blue luminescent rock. And in between you and what looks to be another stone platform on the other side is this dark blue water. And on the other stone platform, there appears to be another door made of this silvery metal.
Is it the same style of door or like a regular door?
Kind of neither. It looks like it's not this. It's not an elevator door, but it is a big door, and looks very secure from your assessment.
Being what I am, would I recognize the kind of structure this is?
Oh no! You recognize the metal, but this is not architecture you have ever seen before.
Fair enough.
Oh, I have water walk, so we can cross if we want to check out the.
Is it actually water?
You go and check.
Semi-liquid surface.
I do. What they did their digging. I'm gonna do another detect magic around us.
There is a ton of magic in that. Of a highly concentrated version of abjuration. And almost different colors of abjuration magic are swirling.
I don't think it'd be safe for us to touch it at all.
That could be dispel magic among its effects with abjuration.
Wouldn't that mean that your water walk would just be dispelled
Yep.
once you step on the surface? Who here can't fly? There yet. Gnome, are you wearing your armor?
He couldn't have taken the elevator if he was.
What happened? Sorry, what? I'm usually not in my armor. Not when we're doing like I don't know. But I guess I might not be able to fit in here in that shit, would I?
No. Okay, so can you fly by yourself?
Yes, I can.
Oh, yes. Okay. Without changing shape?
I can fly.
Okay. Making sure.
Yeah, I made sure to.
Zed,
Yes.
can you fly?
I don't believe so.
Sword says yes.
Sword says yes, yes I can.
Yes, I can.
Without magic?
Yes,
Sword?
yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
All right. Then let's just fly naturally over the water.
It's gonna cast a spell first because it has to do that because it's a bonus action to then make you. So it's gonna cast guidance on you, and then as a bonus action, it can then wings of deliverance, granting you a fly speed of 30.
I can dig it.
As you fly across, you hear whispers coming from the water. Turn back. Go. Leave this place. Unauthorized. Will be destroyed.
What?
Anybody
This
else
where the
hearing
Cult of
that?
Diablo is?
It doesn't respond. But nice try. Actually, Rylos, not Rylos, Elros. Sorry, I looked at your other character earlier, and now it's stuck in my head.
It always does get in people's minds. It messes you so much.
It does. Detect magic is still up for you, right?
Yes.
Some more magic shows up now that you start hearing. And it's a little disconcerting because it is necromancy. As you look closer, you see skulls that are at the bottom of the water are talking to you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we didn't walk on the water. I will point this out. It's the group. But when they were chanting "Turn back," what language were they speaking? Just common?
You get the hang on. So This is sort of a weird. Uh, you would have sensed both necromancy and divination in them. You get the sense that it didn't matter what language it was speaking, you just understand.
I am getting a bad feeling about this, guys.
And you see the door in front of you that has for you to equate it, it looks like a crystal pad, just like in Link's ship. And it just currently has a question mark on it.
Alright. So this place is made by extremely rare metal that I only know 3 places you can probably get it from, and they pretty much try their best to hoard it. In fact, they have this much of it. Says a lot.
Leave in peace, peace, peace.
We have cookies. No cookies. Fine. What do y'all say? Are we going to try to push forward or?
Well, we haven't confirmed if this is the Cult of Diablo yet.
As I said, this is very rare metal. If they are here, I'll be very surprised. As I said, only I know 3 groups that have it: the Dragon Riders, Lynx, technically Charlie, but he manufactures it.
As what? The metal? Oh, the metal you're talking about?
Yes,
Is it dragon steel?
it's Dragon Steel.
Oh, I know. I heard about some goddess or something who walks around in that dress made of that shit. Gotta be heavy as hell, right?
Not really. It's heavier than most metal, but not that heavy.
A dress? She can't be that strong. She's a girl.
She's a god.
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel most gods are people that just got really like lucky at one point in their life, and
Oh, look, that's bad debate. It's just that they reach a point that you have yet to reach. Just take that.
yet, high five.
So, as I say, I ignore the high five.
I give myself a high five, and I thaumaturgy the shit out of it.
If the Code Diablo is here, I will be surprised if they will live very long. Especially since they're remnants, not even backed by any higher power or lord power. I don't know.
Greater power.
Yeah, let's go with that. That's just my thoughts. This is something to explore. I agree. I like to explore it. The player wants to explore it. Eros is cautious.
As I said, you have metal door, crystal pad to its left. Question mark on it.
I say we flip a coin. Let's chance play its fate. Heads, we attempt to go further. Tails, we try maybe at the other floor that we have yet to explore. See if there's anybody out in the open there.
But they're all connected to the elevator, so it's all
Yes, but
the same.
going to just be in the hallway is not going like being in the entranceway is not that big of a deal. Like we're in the entranceway right here. Maybe it's a bigger entranceway on the bottom floor. That's where they're hiding out. Open the door. We're going inside something.
Oh, so we can all just go invisible, walk through the door, see what happens.
All right, you want to try it? I'll follow you. I take out my claws
I'll check out the panel.
and my eyes.
As you approach, the question mark disappears and it says, "Please present identification."
I'll show up my guild card.
I'm sorry. Access is denied.
I show him my mark.
Hey, so what is asking? What is asking us this? Like a computer or something?
Show your
It's
identification.
basically you just hear a voice. You're not even sure
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
As you show your
I
mark,
show him.
it would ask name and rank.
Rose Evergreen. What is my rank? What's my rank considered?
You've never been told. Because Charlie can't technically give you a rank. He'd give you a rank within his forces, obviously, but
Yeah, I was thinking Dragon Rider rank.
as far as access denied, clearance level not high enough.
All right, the Cult of Diablos would not be able to go through that without actual clearance of a Dragon Rider, unless they have one of the ranks.
That's fair. And I assume there's no way through this metal.
Unless they have the metal themselves, and it will be very noticeable.
Well, this doesn't seem to be the right place. Do you guys want to head out or check out the other floors?
I say we check out the other floor. Just one more.
Oh, there are two more.
How fitted? How fitted is this door to
It's
the
flush.
frame? Okay.
Like you can see the seam, but that's about it. It's not. You can tell as a rock gnome, you can tell the person who made this has a lot of skill, if not a master at their craft.
Looks like somebody etched a line into the fucking metal, and it's
Yep.
not really a fucking door.
Exactly.
Like, okay.
Robert, aren't you also a Dragon Rider? Do you have access?
I thought he's not here.
Is
How
he
big
not?
is this? How big is the space?
For where you're at, about 20 by 20 by 20. Not sorry, 20 by 20 by like 12 feet. So it's tall enough for you guys to stand in comfortably and a wide enough space that you all can be like in front of this door, but it's only big enough in front of the door for one person at a time to present their
Gotcha. Yeah.
ID.
So is Robert here?
I've been trying to figure out why I'm not healing.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Is my sword getting brighter?
No.
I'm
Interestingly
kidding.
enough. Well, I mean, no, there are lights around you, and you've seen it absorb light, but it does not seem to be absorbing this light.
While they're doing this, I want to ask the sword, "What's wrong? Why are we taking all this light?"
Because it's not magical.
Oh, wait,
Bitch
it's
light.
not.
Yeah, no, this is a marvel.
Could you walk through this door, Naze?
No. Oh, me like with.
Are you Naze?
Ethereal.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I can try going to the ethereal plane.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Well, just go into the ethereal plane. It hopefully, if it looks weird, no, obviously don't try to fucking hurt yourself.
Well, I can see into the ethereal plane with true sight, right?
Yes.
Is there anything strange about the wall from that perspective?
The wall? No. The door exists in the ethereal plane. And actually, since you can see into the ethereal plane, you see the door seems to be a part of a bigger wall of metal.
And is there any other plane?
Oh, like the room is surrounded like by this metal. It's basically
Yes.
a room of that metal, so you just can't get. Okay.
Yes. So you would be aware that if it's not when you look at an object in an ethereal plane, if you can actually see it physically, it exists in the ethereal plane. But this metal seems to exist in both the ethereal plane and your physical material plane.
It doesn't look like I can get through.
Is
Let's
that
try
a
one of the others.
property? Is that a property of that metal
No, what I
or
was
this
thinking.
room?
I think
But
it's
Nays, I'm going to send you something. You do see something.
yeah. Somebody can build that up onto the water. I will think you'll be able to prevent going ethereal through the door.
This is a very long logo, by the way.
Logo.
You see this logo on the wall as you peer through the ethereal plane.
Ink Square's customizable doomsday bunker. Ink.
Well, Lynx is one of the people I said will have it. Explains it.
This is some like emergency shelter for the Dragon Riders.
The architecture is unique by itself. Makes
That
sense.
makes sense.
All right. Well, we probably shouldn't be screwing with their stuff. So I say we just leave.
Okay. So I guess you make your way back to the elevator. Which button you hit?
G.
Okay.
Unless someone else wants to keep going.
I say we. I'm kind of curious what's underneath it. The player is.
What does the character say?
You want to say anything?
All right, then I'm pushing G.
All right.
Let's do it.
He's going back on the ground.
As you hit G, it starts to go up. After about a minute or so, which was the same amount of time as it took for it to go down the first time, it ding opens the door. Ground floor.
All right. Should we bury it again? I don't think we
Yeah,
should
I
bury
guess
it.
so. It's been 10 minutes since I used. Well, yeah, with the digging, it would have been. I'll use it.
Had a dragon form. Technically, she has a dig speed.